So I'm currently recording outside, and the current location I'm at, there's people out here playing beach volleyball or volleyball because I'm not on the beach. So you may hear some people screaming and yelling in the background. You may hear some birds chirping. You may hear the wind blowing hard. As I continue to say, as I said in the last monologue, I'm going to be doing more recordings outdoors more often whenever the weather is good. Whenever it's not too cold, not too hot, not too windy. I will be recording outside because I like being outdoors. First, I just want to say to those of you that's been following me since 2021, since winter of 2021, around that time where that video I did about the Yankees parking garage and how politics and business was preventing NYCFC from from turning that parking garage into a stadium. I just want to say thank you for your support. On average, my views each video, I believe it's usually I've been averaging 30 or 50. It's not a big number at all. I'm not making any money off of this. I just like sports, and MLS really has a chance to really emerge into a great league. And it's entertaining. It's far removed from the stereotypes and the old perceptions of the game that I once had of it. Now, when it comes to the sound, I know like a lot of the sound in different videos and different monologues, some have been terrible, some have been below average, some have been average, and few have been good. That is something that I'm going to work on this summer in June. So with that being said, this is going to be the last monologue until June. Because I do want to work on getting a better microphone, getting better equipment, noise reducer, background noise reducer software, all that stuff. So this is going to be the last monologue until June. So my main message in this monologue is about you, DC United. DC United, what is your purpose? I'm curious to know, DC United, what is your purpose? Not only for this season, but just in general. Your existence. What is your purpose? No, at one point I was thinking about asking you what are your goals? But I think goals in general is a little I think it's a little overrated. I think setting a whole bunch of goals in general is not really realistic because life changes. And when life changes, you can't just sit on your goals. You got to be able to adjust. And MLS is a constantly evolving league, constantly changing. Like you have players where as soon as they get a text message from their favorite European team, they're ready to pack their bags and they're gone. So you got to change your goals, right? Then when you lose a key player in the middle of the season, the goals that you had in preseason, you got to change it. Because that main centerpiece that was part of those preseason goals, he's gone. So that's why I'm not really concerned about what kind of goals you have, DC United. It's whatever. What is your purpose, though? What do you want to be in Major League Soccer? What do you want to be known for in America, DC United? You know, even though LA Galaxy has always been for a long period of time in American soccer, LA Galaxy was the face of American soccer. And they're still the undisputed champion. But you, DC United, you were once a household name also. As a matter of fact, we can arguably say popularity in Major League Soccer was split. LA Galaxy was the team of the West, and DC United was the team of the East. DC United used to have a close relationship with Nike, and that's how the whole Freddie Adu thing came about. You had a close relationship with ESPN. DC United, you were once. I can't really think of how to say it, because I can't say you were the face of Major League Soccer, because that's LA Galaxy. LA Galaxy was the team where everybody in the continent, when it came to American soccer, everyone around the world, it was LA Galaxy. But DC United, you were a respected club. You weren't as popular as LA Galaxy, but you were a respected club, and you were competitive, and you were a club that people didn't take lightly. And up to this day, people still don't take you lightly. I can tell by the way teams play you. Teams still respect you based on your history and just who you are, DC United. But it seems like you, DC United, you don't have that same reverence for yourself. That's why I'm asking you, what is your purpose, DC United? What is it? Remember back after your first win, when I told you, you are the nation's capital. And when the nation's capital in a country performs well, the country as a whole performs well. I use Madrid in Spain as an example. Real Madrid, the capital of Spain. They're doing well. As a result, that entire country is respected for soccer. England has its own separate soccer ecosystem. There's probably like 4 or 5 different stadiums within the London Metro, like real pro stadiums within the London Metro itself. You got the Manchesters, you got Liverpool, you got Arsenal. And that's just to name a few. So when the nation's capital performs well, that's when the world as a whole starts to pay more attention to the league. That's when the league itself is taken serious, when the nation's capital is performing well. If there's anything that's going to hold MLS back from becoming a top 5 league in the world, it's going to be the lack of progress from you, DC United. Because a nation can only go as far as the leader takes it. You're the commander-in-chief. You're the head. You're the captain. Now, I know you're hosting Arsenal this summer for the All-Star match, and a lot more attention is going to be drawn to you around that time. But I want to talk to you right now, because it's going to be a bad look if we come to All-Star break and you're below the playoff line. It's going to be an embarrassing look for you, DC United. You don't want to enter the All-Star break hosting the English Premier League team, and you're not even mentioned amongst the best in the league. So that's why I asked DC United, what is your purpose? You got to figure it out. Wayne Rooney, I know you played in MLS before, and you probably know what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. The MLS that you experience is not the same MLS today. The MLS of the 2020s is far more different from the tweens. Teams are spending more. Teams are more competitive. And it's the younger teams, it's the newer teams that are being more aggressive, that is spending more money, trying to attract better and good players. And they're not really being conservative. So, DC United, What is your purpose? What do you want to be known as in Major League Soccer? Do you want to be known as a wooden spoon contender every year? Or do you want to be known amongst the best of the best? Not only in MLS, but the entire world. Look, the game has changed now. You don't only get respect by being the best in your league. You gain respect based on your local accomplishments, your national accomplishments, your continental accomplishments, and your global accomplishments. There's a reason why the CONCACAF Champions League is expanding. There's a reason why the Club World Cup is expanding. And no, it's not only about money. Yes, money is a factor, but it's not solely based on money. An expansion of the CCL and an expansion of the Club World Cup will give Americans an opportunity to see something that they've been clamoring for many years. And that's local American clubs playing against the top European and South American clubs. In DC United, we need to see you in these type of competitions. We don't need you sitting at home during a CCL. We don't need you sitting at home during a Club World Cup. There's no reason why teams like Orlando and Nashville and Cincinnati and St. Louis and Minnesota are performing better than you. So DC United, what is your purpose? Figure it out, and figure it out soon. Because come All-Star break time, it's going to be a total embarrassment if you're still below the playoff line. That's why I'm addressing your situation now. So we can save you, so you can save yourself from total embarrassment. It's time for you to put the pressure on yourself. It's time for you to take this league serious. It's time for you to stop being so passive. It's time for you to stop being so complacent. Teams play you hard and play you tough out of respect. You need to give back that same energy that teams are giving to you.